Today with us is His Excellency Consul General John F. Prato, who is the Consul General from the great nation of Canada. It is our pleasure to welcome him to the hall of our House, along with some of his staff, and with him, if I might, seated right to his left, is Royal Canadian Mounted Police Officer Corporal Stephen Brown. And we have asked the Consul General to please address our esteemed body. With exports totaling just over $12 billion, Canada is Pennsylvania's largest export market. The bilateral trade between the two is $24.7 billion. There are more than 300,000 jobs in Pennsylvania that are dependent in part upon trade and investment with Canada. Mr. Prato assumed his responsibilities as Consul General in March of 2011, and he is based in New York City. His Excellency, prior to that position, worked as a managing director in the equity capital markets group at TD Securities, the investment banking division of the TD Bank Financial Group. We are so honored to have you here today. By historical precedent, not many individuals have the opportunity to actually speak from the rostrum, but to have His Excellency here today, we are going to ask the Consul General to actually please come to the Speaker's rostrum and accompanied by the Canadian Mounted Police officers. Thank you. Please come join us.
Thank you, Speaker Turzai, for that very kind introduction and for welcoming me here. Distinguished elected members, honorable members, thank you for having me here in your House. I'm going to do something very Canadian, and I'm going to apologize to everyone in this room, but I'm the luckiest person in the world to represent Canada in a nation that I love. The United States of America has truly been the greatest privilege in my life. Now, I've always believed that, but now I know it because I am in the most beautiful legislative building I have ever seen on both sides of the border. The late great President Theodore Roosevelt said that this was the most handsomest building he had seen. That was in 1906. I venture to say there's never been a more beautiful building ever built since that time. So it's truly an honor. This is my 16th visit to the Commonwealth since I became responsible for Pennsylvania in 2013. And the fact that I've been here 16 times is a reflection of the depth of the relationship between the Commonwealth and Canada. To begin with, Canada is the United States' largest trading partner by a wide margin. 35 of the 50 states in this great country, the United States of America, call Canada their #1 export market. And it's here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania that you particularly see the depth of that relationship. And it means something to the people in your districts. Speaker Turzai was talking about the relationship. Yes, it's $24.7 billion. But let's put it into context. Canada buys more goods from the Commonwealth than the UK, Mexico, China, Japan, and the Netherlands, your top 5 countries post-Canada, combined. We fully buy 30% of all the goods that you export. Some 350,000 jobs in the Commonwealth depend on trade with Canada. If you're in the great city of Philadelphia, where my wife works and will probably be living after we're done in New York, 167,000 jobs are tied to trade with Canada. If you're in that beautiful city of Pittsburgh that wrote the manual on North American city renaissance, my God, what's happened in Pittsburgh, what an incredible turnaround. Some 66,000 jobs are tied to Canada. If you're in the central part of the state, it's over 50,000 jobs. But while I'm here to highlight the incredible ties, I'm here also to mention that we can do more. We can do more to expand the trade. Now, the good part about it is, in the course of 2013 to 2014, that trade increased by $1 billion. So we're heading in the right direction. But let's do more to create jobs in your communities. Let's create those jobs that create strong cities, strong towns, that contribute to a tax base, that contribute to healthy communities. That's what trade is with Canada. So while we do a lot in the energy, machinery, innovation, technology, let's expand and do more. And that's why I'm here, twofold, to highlight that relationship, but to tell you we want to create more opportunities on both sides of the border. And those opportunities are apparent in a host of different industries. The good thing about our trade is it's pretty well balanced between the two. Think about this. My country, which is an energy superpower, now imports natural gas from the Marcellus. That's something new. November 1st, 2012 was our first big import of natural gas to the province of Ontario. And it's growing, and we can do more. When I look at the refineries in this great state, in the Philadelphia area or in Warren, you go to Warren, someone from Warren. What a beautiful part of the world. That refinery, United Refinery there, if you ever see the gas stations that it owns, the quick fills, 100% North American oil, 100% American-made gasoline, right? That oil comes from Canada. They refine it, make gasoline here, and they also ship part of the finished products back to Canada. That's creating great jobs. The same could be said in Philadelphia. So what I'm here to say to you today is that by working together, we can create those investment opportunities, right? More Canadian companies should be coming to the Commonwealth, should be hiring people in the Commonwealth, and should be focused on export and vice versa. So I am privileged today to be before you. I say this with a great degree of pride and a certain sense of being humble. I'm at the tail end of my representation for Canada. So when I say that I'm the luckiest person in the world to be in the United States of America, to represent my country in the United States of America, I really mean it. And while I've talked about trade, I want to end on one key point. When you opened up the paper this morning, you probably saw a lot of very uncomfortable events that are happening in the world. We see what's happening in ISIS and ISIL. We saw the beheadings of various Christians from Egypt and Libya. We see what's happening in Yemen. We see what's happening in Ukraine, Russia. See what's happening on the existential threats against our great ally, friend, the state of Israel. And then we look at the relationship that two sovereign, proud, independent nations have, Canada and the United States. And we wonder, what kind of world would it be if there were more Canada-US relationships? Ladies and gentlemen, we wrote the book on how two sovereign, independent nations can live side by side, providing security and prosperity for its people. And with that, I invite you tonight, we're going to be in the Capitol, the Rotunda, for an event, and I'd love to see you all and shake your hands and just tell you how lucky I've been to be in your company today. Thank you. Merci beaucoup.